Welcome to this explainer. We're embarking on a seriously breathtaking journey today, heading way up into the misty Andes Mountains of Peru. Picture this. You're flying right through this soft mountain fog, catching that golden sunrise light, and we're about to uncover the profound mysteries of an absolutely untouched ancient marvel, Machu Picchu, the lost city of the Incas.
Right off the bat, I want you to really grasp the utter impossibility of this place. This magnificent city was built entirely out of stone, right? Yet the builders lacked pretty much everything we'd consider absolutely essential for a civilization to pull this off. I mean, no cement to hold it together, zero modern machines to lift these heavy materials, and honestly, perhaps the most mysterious part, no written records explaining why on earth it was ever built in the first place.
And, well, that leads us to the ultimate question we're investigating today. How exactly did an entire city just vanish into the clouds? Because for centuries, this place remained completely hidden from the outside world. Even when the Spanish conquistadors rolled in and conquered the mighty Inca Empire, they never actually found this incredible spot. So we've got to ask, who built it? How did they manage such a staggering feat? And why, after all that effort, was it ultimately abandoned?
Part 1. The Mighty Inca Empire.
To really get this, we have to talk about the sheer scale and ingenuity of the Inca civilization. It is just staggering. Their empire was actually the largest in South America. It stretched across what are now 6 modern countries. And they adapted to this incredibly brutal, unforgiving terrain by just carving thousands of kilometers of roads straight through dense forests and high deserts. They engineer these highly advanced farming systems on super steep mountain slopes using stone terraces. And they cross deep, terrifying valleys with magnificent bridges woven entirely out of ropes. And the craziest fact? The whole shebang, this sprawling, powerful empire, was created entirely without iron tools or even the wheel. No wheels.
Part 2. City Above the Clouds.
2,430 meters. That is roughly 8,000 feet above sea level. I mean, they built an entire stone metropolis at this mind-boggling altitude. It's completely surrounded by these steep, dramatic cliffs, lush green valleys, and towering peaks. So this remote location meant the city was essentially protected by nature itself. But, as you can imagine, building it up there meant overcoming obstacles that seem almost impossible to us today.
Get this, 20 tons. That is the weight of some of the massive granite blocks the Incas dragged up these steep peaks. To put that into perspective, that's roughly equivalent to dragging a fully loaded school bus straight up a mountain. Just try to wrap your head around the sheer physical strength and willpower required to transport stones that massive to such a remote, high-altitude spot. Especially when we remember, like we just talked about, they had no wheels and no beasts of burden to carry the load for them. So how did they do it? Well, they relied on this brilliantly executed step-by-step engineering process. First, highly skilled stonemasons transported those heavy stones purely by human power, just brute force and ropes. Second, they cut them with unbelievable precision using, wait for it, only other stones as tools. And third, they fit them so tightly together without using a single drop of mortar. This stonework is so remarkably precise that literally, even today, you can't slide a thin knife blade between the blocks. It's insane! And this clever interlocking design is exactly what allowed Machu Picchu to survive centuries of massive earthquakes.
Part 3. The Purpose of Machu Picchu.
Now, historians are still intensely debating why this remote city was ever constructed. Was it a royal retreat, a sacred religious center, or maybe both? Some experts firmly believe it was a luxurious royal estate, built exclusively for Emperor Pachacuti. Others argue, no, it was a highly sacred center where priests went to observe the stars and perform vital ceremonies. Today, actually, many researchers lean toward the idea that it served all these purposes at once, acting as a royal residence, a deeply spiritual place of worship, and a crucial administrative hub. Because you see, Machu Picchu wasn't just some rugged military fortress, it was a highly complex, beautifully planned society. The city contained these grand sacred temples for worship sitting right alongside royal homes. It featured intricate stone water fountains, carefully laid out streets, and extensive agricultural terraces where families would actually work the land right there in the warm mountain sunlight. Every single zone of the city was designed with remarkable skill and just an unbelievable attention to detail.
Part 4. The City That Vanished.
Yet, despite all its absolute perfection, the city's glory was tragically cut short. In the early 1500s, everything changed. The Spanish conquistadors invaded the Inca Empire. And what followed was a catastrophic combination of deadly foreign diseases, brutal war, and severe political conflict that just rapidly fractured this once mighty civilization. The toll was totally devastating. Within just a few short decades, the magnificent city of Machu Picchu was completely abandoned, leaving behind one of history's greatest mysteries.
But here's the wild part. Because it was completely shrouded in high-altitude clouds and hidden behind these towering green peaks, the Spanish invaders never actually found it. Instead, the city was just silently swallowed up by the dense mountain forest. Trees, thick moss, and creeping vines aggressively reclaimed those perfectly cut stone walls. Thick mountain fog rolled through the empty ruins. And for nearly 400 years, this magnificent place remained a total ghost town, completely hidden away from the outside world.
Part 5. Rediscovery and Remaining Secrets.
So, after being abandoned in the 1500s and hidden for centuries, our timeline takes a massive, dramatic turn in 1911. American explorer Hiram Bingham was actively searching the rough Peruvian mountains for ancient Inca ruins. Guided by local farmers up a seriously treacherous path, he finally reached the top. Just imagine standing on that mountain ridge at sunrise, watching the thick morning fog part to reveal perfectly preserved ancient homes and temples floating silently above the clouds. Just like that, the world had finally rediscovered Machu Picchu.
Today, of course, it stands proudly as one of history's absolute greatest archaeological wonders. Millions of visitors travel from around the globe to walk those same carefully planned streets and witness this incredible marvel in person. But despite decades of intense, ongoing research, the ultimate secrets still remain. We still don't know exactly how they managed to build it with such flawless precision, or why they truly walked away and just left it to the jumble.
So I want to leave you with this final, truly provocative thought. What other hidden cities might still be waiting out there, buried beneath the dense forests and mountains of South America? I mean, if something as massive and magnificent as Machu Picchu could remain perfectly hidden for 400 years, just imagine what history's next great discovery will be. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey today. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next explainer.